Coming up on this hour of Chris 6 Sunrise, City Council voted to postpone making a critical decision when it comes to the controversial Inner Harbor desal plant. Why some City Council members wanted extra time to decide. Plus,
limited access to a public library. I'm Tony Jaramillo in Flower Bluff, and I'll tell you why that's the case here at the Janet F. Hart Library.
Out with the old and in with the new. I'm Adam Beam with a look at the changes coming for Taft students ahead.
Good morning, folks, and welcome to Chris 6 Sunrise. Thank you so much for starting your day with the Hoffmans. I'm Michelle Hoffman.
And I'm Brian Hoffman. Hey, it is Wednesday, folks, and oh, we're halfway there. Julia, bring it in. Oh,
yes, finish it.
Living on a prayer. It's going to be great.
Were you kind of humming it?
No.
Oh, somebody was humming it.
I think you were humming it. Well, hey, how are we looking so far, Julia?
Well, things are looking good. It's going to be yet another hot day for us here in the Coastal Bend. Forecast-wise, of course, yesterday we saw near record high temperatures clocked at CCIA, having a high temperature of 98 degrees. It's 2 degrees shy of that record of 100 degrees. So today we're looking at pretty much more of the same. So you're going to have that air condition set on high for sure as we head toward this afternoon. But right now, taking a look at our driving conditions across our roadways, waking up this morning on this Wednesday, looking at easy driving conditions heading on Ocean Drive down to SPID and on Saratoga. Moving on over to Flower Bluff, pretty much the same thing. Looking at easy traffic flow happening on Waldron Road and on Flower Bluff Drive. A little bit of a slower speed, though, as per usual, each and every morning when you get a little bit closer towards the gate at NES Corpus Christi. Then heading on to the JFK Causeway, going to and from the island. Again, you're looking at pretty easy driving conditions to get you started on this Wednesday morning. Now, to give you a bit more details, though, very quickly, we are dealing with, once again, some dense, patchy fog impacting more inland and northern portions of Coastal Bend. So Beeville, Robstown, Alice, and over in Falfurrias, just make sure you're driving extra careful, giving yourself some time on those roadways, getting you started on this Wednesday morning. About more details in your forecast coming up in the next few minutes.
Thanks so much for that, Julie. Appreciate it. We're going to be checking back in with you in just a little bit. But first, some news from your neighborhood. Corpus Christi City Council has voted to postpone making critical votes when it comes to the Inner Harbor desal plant. The decision followed by a lengthy debate over the project's price tag, existing debts, and calls to explore alternative water supply options. The proposed funding found advance the project to 60% design rather. Completion. The several different council members said that they would like more to access the project's true long-term costs and whether other options might better serve the city's needs. City leaders were supposed to discuss proposed consequences of violations of rules of decorum during city council meetings too, but it got tabled. According to Tuesday's printed city council agenda, city leaders planned to outline how they will address potential violators. According to the city, vulgar language, outbursts, and disrespect has seemingly increased. Consequences could include being cut off mid-comment, banned from commenting, or being removed from the meeting. It's unclear when city leaders plan to discuss this issue again.
The city says it has found a way to overcome a $7 million budget shortfall. A statement from the city says this was accomplished through a combination of cost and revenue adjustments. The next step is for the city council to go over the proposed budget during a series of budget workshops. They begin August 7th. The first vote to adopt the proposed budget for next year, September 2nd. A series of community input sessions have also been scheduled. The first session on August 7th will be held at Corpus Christi Gym on Cabaniss Parkway. That session will run from 6 to 7 p.m.
Well, Corpus Christi Fire Department along with CCPD are investigating a fire that broke out at a gas station on the city's south side. It happened just after 5:30 Tuesday evening over the stripes on the corner of SPID and Airline. When crews arrived, they found a man on fire standing between a pump and an SUV. Crews quickly extinguished the man. He's now in a hospital in San Antonio with serious injuries. Police say that the man's wife and kids were inside the vehicle, but they did get out and they are okay. No one else was hurt.
I'm Tony Jaramillo, your neighborhood news reporter in Flower Bluff. The Janet F. Hart Library will soon operate on a reduced schedule beginning on August 11th. Why? Flower Bluff ISD confirms it's due to safety for its students. The Hart Library will cut its hours from 44 a week to 24. The city cites this Texas Education Code 61. It was enacted in the wake of the Uvalde school massacre. Education Code 61 was designed to enhance the safety and security of students and staff in Texas public schools. How does that apply to the Hart Library? It's located on Flower Bluff ISD property. The new hours will be Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. For now, it remains unclear what will happen to the employees of the Janet F. Hart Library. In Flower Bluff, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tony Jaramillo, Chris 6 News.
I'm your Taft neighborhood news reporter, Adam Beam. The gym that once stood here is on its way out, making way for new facilities and a fresh start for its students.
Last May, Taft residents voted to give district facilities a massive overhaul, from district-wide initiatives such as new security cameras, updated fields for athletes, and more. Center around a brand new high school. The previous building left abandoned and heavily damaged in the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey.
There's a lot of history in these buildings and a lot of emotion that comes with seeing the buildings come down. You know, when the new high school gets constructed, it's going to be a state-of-the-art facility.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Wednesday. We made it to the midway point of our work week, and things are only going to heat up and get more humid on the way out, heading towards this upcoming weekend. But before we go ahead and get into that, let's quickly go over what we experienced yesterday, having near record high temperatures now becoming part of the conversation for us in the forecast. Yesterday, we saw a high temperature of 98 degrees being clocked at CCIA. That's only 2 degrees shy of our old record at 100 degrees that was set back in 2009. And we're going to be in store for more of those near record high temperatures again in the forecast by this afternoon, but with that drier air still in place, still making for a nice, pleasant enough morning right now with less humidity currently at play. So we'll see that temperatures will still be reaching towards those upper 60s to lower 70s across the majority of our neighborhoods, getting us started on this Wednesday morning. Still have lighter winds coming in, a bit of a mixture of a pace here, anywhere between the southeast or even a northwest wind here in Corpus Christi. Now, visibility is still going to be an issue for us yet again this morning for inland and northern portions of coastal Bend. So this includes Beeville as well as Alice, and over in Hebronville and Kingsville having a bit of an issue of their visibility right now getting started on this Wednesday morning. So just make sure you're giving yourself extra time hitting those roadways for your morning commute. Taking a look at our hour-by-hour forecast, more sunshine on the way as we go throughout our morning and heading towards this upcoming afternoon. See those temperatures increase, getting towards those lower 80s by 10 o'clock this morning, eventually reaching those upper 80s by 11. And we're already talking about those lower 90s by the time you reach lunchtime in the coastal Bend. So once again, we'll be in store for more near record high temperatures today. And as we look ahead towards the end of our work week, have a forecast high temperature of 100 degrees here in Corpus Christi, nearby that old record of 101 set back in 1960. Ahead for us on our Thursday, still looking at pretty high temperatures on the way for us on your Thursday and on your Friday. Again, still looking at near record high temperatures because of the domination of high pressure still over our area here in South Texas. And along with that, we'll see a little bit of moisture start to build coming in as early as tomorrow and then lasting throughout the rest of our upcoming weekend. And that's going to give us a little bit of regulation in our forecast in terms of our temperatures. Still technically above average, but just not quite as oppressive and reaching towards those upper 90s to lower 100s as they have done yesterday and what we're forecasted to see today. So with that moisture coming in, we'll see a little bit of temperature still above average again, but it's just reaching towards those upper 90s with then a feel like temperatures though increasing more upwards towards around 105 up to 109 degrees. And again, that's going to extend towards this upcoming weekend under mostly sunny skies. So whether we're dealing with dry heat today and more humidity tomorrow into the weekend, you still want to make sure you're practicing that heat safety.
I'm Joe St. George in Washington. This week, the National Transportation Safety Board is meeting to discuss the deadly January plane crash involving an American Airlines jet and a military helicopter in our nation's capital. So what are our nation's lawmakers doing lately about airline safety? We go in depth next.
Welcome back, folks. Hey, yeah, it is a Wednesday. As you can see, you're stuck in the middle with the Hoffmans.
Yes, so we're taking a live look right now from our sky cam from the studio. Looking beautiful right now. 70 degrees outside right now as well. We will check in with meteorologist Julia Quady in just a bit, but first we have some national news to get to. So the National Transportation Safety Board begins a 3-day meeting to look into the deadly January mid-air collision of an American Airlines jet and a military helicopter.
Now, while the meeting is expected to focus on what went wrong and what should be done to prevent future tragedies, our Joe St. George gives us a closer look at the efforts already underway in Washington to make flying even safer.
67 dead after a January midair collision in Washington. 7 people died in Philadelphia in a separate crash just 2 days later. In Northeast Ohio in June, 6 people also died shortly after takeoff. And when you factor in other incidents, including the recent crash in India that killed nearly 300, 2025 is on track globally to be one of the deadliest in years for aviation.
Flying is safe, whether it's in small airplanes or in large commercial airlines.
Jim Kuhn is a vice president with the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association and says perspective's important. He says flying is still statistically safer than driving, but airline safety can be improved. And it is. President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill included over $12 billion to modernize aviation.
What does $12 billion buy, and is it enough to truly upgrade our air safety systems?
Well, it's certainly a start in the right direction. It's not enough. Some estimates are in order to create really an entirely new system, air traffic control system, is going to cost about $31 billion. The technology that we have out there today, it works, but it's old.
Of course, new equipment isn't the only safety issue. This week's NTSB hearing of the Washington, D.C. plane crash is expected to partially focus on if staffing played a significant role.
Do we still have an air traffic controller shortage?
Yes, we do. And it's probably going to take about 2 or 3 years to get back to where we need to go.
On Tuesday, Senator Ted Cruz joined the nation's transportation leaders to announce even more plans to reform the nation's skies, including introducing legislation to mandate better plane tracking technology to avoid collisions.
This technology allows aircraft to broadcast their positions and to receive positions of others in real time.
As far as additional changes go, aviation experts tell the Scripps News Group that improved airport infrastructure, like better runways as well as more efficient use of airspace, are all being looked at by stakeholders as well, so that the 45,000 daily flights in the U.S. are safer. Joe St. George, Scripps News Group, Washington.
Hey there, good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Heading out the door, you're going to be feeling pretty much the same conditions that we had yesterday. Dry air is still currently in place, so that means, at least during the morning hours, things are feeling pretty comfortable. Still looking at low humidity in the forecast, but by the time we reach towards this afternoon, it's not going to feel quite as comfortable anymore. We'll have more of that heat start to drive up our air temperatures, reaching back towards those upper 90s or lower 100s throughout some neighborhoods as we look ahead towards our afternoon high temperatures. But right now, waking up and looking at our view at Stupy's Pier, sponsored by CCAC, see a gorgeous slight hint of that sunrise starting to happen over beyond the JFK Causeway there. Honestly, looks like a painting right now, really beautiful looking at our view. But in terms of our conditions right now, again, feeling fairly comfortable across the area. Air temperatures right now sitting towards those upper 60s to low 70s, even towards those mid to upper 70s for areas that are a little bit more closer towards the coast. So heading on over to Flower Bluff, you guys are sitting at 77 degrees, 70 degrees on the dot here in Corpus Christi. But along with those drier conditions still in place considerably, just like yesterday, we'll still see a bit of an issue with patchy dense fog for some of our inland and northern neighborhoods. So over in Beeville, as well as Kingsville and Alice and Falfurrias, you guys are all still struggling around a mile or less for your visibility right now heading out your door. So just make sure you're giving yourself some extra time on those roadways for your morning commute and drive safe. Right now, taking a look at our hourly planner here, we'll see a lot of sunshine all throughout the day. A little bit mix of more added clouds coming in with that moisture starting to slowly build and rebound for us back into the coastal bend, leading towards a bit of a change up in our humidity ahead for us tomorrow. But for us today, still considerably dry, reaching towards those upper 90s by 2 o'clock this afternoon, and anywhere between that 2 and 4 o'clock hour, we'll eventually see that afternoon high temperature of 100 degrees here in Corpus Christi. So again, yet another hot day with near record high temperatures expected in the forecast today, tomorrow, and on our Friday. Today, again, forecast high of 100 degrees, nearby the old record of 101 set back in 1960. We're forecasting a high temperature of 98 degrees with that moisture starting to add a little bit more of regularity coming back to the forecast ahead for us tomorrow and on our Friday. So still near record high temperatures, but not reaching towards those triple digits as we expect today. So heat danger is still going to be part of the forecast today and ahead for us as we end our work week. Going to be anywhere between that minor to moderate heat risk today. More of that major heat risk coming into the picture on our Thursday and extending towards our upcoming Friday with that added dose of moisture and humidity. So we'll see a bit of a bigger increase in our feel like temperatures reaching towards around 105 or up to 110 degrees throughout some neighborhoods. So that's why we'll start to see more humidity and sizzling heat coming for this upcoming weekend.
Lemonade, kindness, and a whole lot of heart. I'm Michaela Chavez in the Bay Area. I'll introduce you to a teenage boy inspired to give back and why he's asking others to do the same.
Welcome back, folks. Middle of the week, checking your pantry. Might be halfway done or might be empty. Hey, it might be time to go grocery shopping, but where can you find those cheapest prices? I'm going to stop with the riddles right now and get right to it because I have them. According to the each website of these retailers as of Wednesday morning. Taking a look first with the price of eggs. Target, third place, $2.79. H-E-B, second place, $2.78. Walmart, first place with their great value at $2.72. Now on to a loaf of bread, even though none of them can beat the $1 French loaf bread, can we? Third place, Target, $1.49. H-E-B, second place, $1.30. Walmart, $1.27 wins again. Now on to a gallon of milk. That's the change up. Walmart is in third place on this one, $2.94. Second place goes to H-E-B, $2.72. First place goes to Target at $2.69. Cannot be the truth, though, when it comes to ground beef. Looks like Target is third place at $6.49. They went up by about 50 cents since last week. H-E-B comes in second place at $4.98. And then first place, winner, ground beef dinner, $4.94. As always, you can find cheaper prices on groceries, and these guys, throw them in your cart while you can.
All right, good morning, and happy Wednesday. Taking a live look outside now off our first Community Bank Sky Cam atop the USS Lexington. You can see traffic flow on both of the new and old harbor bridges are moving pretty well. Of course, heading north or southbound, looking at more traffic flow happening on the new harbor bridge. But either way, looking at easy driving conditions now if you're heading out the door on either of those bridges right now at this moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of our traffic flow maps to see what you can expect on other roadways for your Wednesday morning commute. Heading on Ocean Drive down to SPID and on Saratoga, all three of those roadways looking all those shades of green, letting you know that traffic flow is moving well. Heading on over to Flower Bluff, a little bit of a mixture for median speed throughout portions of Waldron Road and on Flower Bluff Drive. Other than that, though, still looking at pretty decent driving conditions right now and some improvement on the way, getting closer towards the gate at NAS Corpus Christi, no longer having a slow speed, but now median speed at this time. And heading onto the JFK Causeway, going to and from the island, looking at easy driving conditions right now, heading out the door to start your Wednesday morning. That's it for your traffic report. More details of your forecast coming up.
The start of school is around the corner for Port Aransas ISD. I'm Erin Holly telling you how one big donation is getting staff here even more excited for the school year.
Now, weather on the 6s.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome on back. Giving you a live look now outside of our Snoopy's Pier Sky Cam sponsored by CCAC. Got some gorgeous picturesque hints of that sunrise happening beyond the JFK Causeway right now. Got a little mix of some passing clouds, but last night things were mostly clear. And of course, dry air is still currently in place, leading towards less cloud cover. And that leads to us having a bit of a cool start to our morning, but then temperatures truly skyrocketing as we head towards the afternoon. So we saw near record high temperatures in the forecast yesterday, and we're looking at more of the same ahead for us today by this afternoon. Right now, let's go ahead and take a look at what else you can expect in your forecast today at a glance. Also similar to yesterday, waking up towards that poor visibility for some neighborhoods, looking at patchy morning dense fog across some areas. I'll show you exactly where we're looking and monitoring those more issues of visibility throughout some neighborhoods in just a moment. But again, looking at more heat on the way with near record high temperatures expected in the forecast by this afternoon, reaching toward those upper 90s or lower 100s under mostly sunny skies. And then once again, we still can't really count on those winds to offset offer us much of any relief this afternoon. Going to see those mostly going on more of a calm and variable speed, maybe getting close towards around 10 to 12 miles an hour, but again, not expecting much help from those wind speeds coming in a slower pace today. Looking at our current visibility, again, got some dense fog impacting parts of our inland and more northern neighborhoods. So this includes Beeville, over in Alice, and Kingsville, as well as Falfurrias, looking at around a mile or less for your visibility waking up and getting started on this Wednesday morning. So just make sure you're giving yourself extra time for that morning commute and drive safely. Looking at our current temperatures across the area, again, attributed towards that drier air currently in place along with lower humidity. That's why we're seeing a bit of a comfortable start to our morning, again, reaching towards those upper 60s to low 70s, or maybe close to the mid 70s for areas that are a little bit more closer towards along the coast. But again, all in all, still feeling very comfortable to start us out on this Wednesday morning. But by this afternoon, we're talking about more of that sunshine, intense heat, and near record high temperatures. So by the time we reach towards 1 o'clock this afternoon, already seeing those conditions reaching nearby those upper 90s, and then we'll still be in that range throughout the afternoon, then slowly decreasing towards those mid 90s by the time we reach towards 6 o'clock this evening. Looking at our forecast highs, though, as we end the second half of our work week here, things are going to be on the daily reaching towards those near record high temperatures. So for today, got forecast high temperature of 100 degrees, nearby that old record set back in 1960 of 101 degrees. On Thursday, looking at a high temperature of 98, again still nearby that record of 101 set back in 2015. And then ahead for us on Friday, 97, near record high temperature of 101 that was set back in 1989. So we start to see a little bit of a gradual decrease towards just those upper 90s for our high temperatures on Thursday and on Friday. That's going to be due towards that increase in moisture finally coming back to the coastal bend, somewhat regulating our temperatures a bit, still slightly above average, but it's not quite as warm and as hot as we'll see them today and as we saw yesterday. So we'll see along with that, though, an increase in our feel like temperatures reaching back up towards around 105 or up to 110 degrees. So that brings us back towards that major heat risk that's going to come into the forecast beginning tomorrow and then extending even more in a wider spread ahead for us on your Friday. We can expect more of the same for this upcoming weekend, too. So again, right now, got more of that drier heat giving us a bigger spike in our air temperatures, cooling down technically with those feel like temperatures today, but then still reaching more of a higher speed of that by the time we reach towards this upcoming weekend.
Julia, thank you so much. So you know Halo Flight is known for hiring veterans, people who bring discipline and purpose to every mission. Coming up on this week's Veterans in Focus, meet the man helping take this nonprofit to the next level with safety at the center of it all.
This is Veterans in Focus, sponsored by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
After years of military service, some veterans don't hang up their sense of duty. They just find new ways to serve. For this week's Veterans in Focus, meet one of them, a key part of Halo Flight, who guards the safety of both crew and patients when every second counts. From high above to the heart of an emergency, Halo Flight delivers critical care by air across South Texas.
We provide a service that saves lives, so on someone's worst day, we're there for them. For the angels from the sky come down to help you.
Medical care is the top priority, but none of it happens without one essential piece: safety. That's where Jonathan Keach comes in. It's his job to make sure every flight is as safe as it's fast.
I advise, I coach, I counsel. My job description isn't all-encompassing, but I'm the jack of all trades.
Keach's background is a true story of service. He's been a high school teacher. What did you teach?
Calculus and Algebra 2.
And before that, he served in the military for more than 20 years.
I was a Chief Warrant Officer 3, Standardizations Instructor Pilot, U.S. Army.
After 4 deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan, he earned the prestigious Air Medal with Valor for his courage in the skies.
Once flying is in your blood, it's in there, and it never goes away.
But a medical condition grounded his flying career, and for a while he felt lost.
When I stopped flying, I was confused and angry at the world.
Until Halo Flight called.
This isn't something I dreamed of as a kid. Coming here and helping this company move up to the next level and show that we are capable of advancing and doing more than what anyone ever thought we could do. That's a humbling experience, and I'm honored to have it.
He may no longer be in the pilot's seat, but when the blades start turning, he still feels that spark.
Vicariously through, smell of fuel.
And his work hasn't gone unnoticed. Under his guidance, Halo Flight recently earned a National Statement of Compliance from Baldwin Safety and Compliance, a recognition recognition that marks them among the best in the industry.
What we do here is effective. Safety isn't something you have, it's something you do, which allows us to focus more attention on the people that need our help.
And you know, Keach tells me the achievement couldn't have happened alone. Teamwork is helping take this nonprofit to new heights.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Heading out the door, things are feeling pretty much similar to what we experienced yesterday. Still going to have lower humidity, so things will be feeling pretty comfortable across the coastal bend. Mostly those temperatures reaching towards those upper 60s, low 70s at best, maybe mid to upper 70s throughout areas that are a little bit more closer to the coast. But looking at our hourly planner, I should say, we're already reaching towards those lower 80s by 10 o'clock this morning under some partly sunny or partly cloudy skies, I should say. And by this afternoon, temperatures reaching towards those upper 90s, eventually reaching our afternoon high temperature of 100 degrees here in Corpus Christi. Again, have lighter wind speeds throughout most of our afternoon, so that's not going to really help us out in terms of offering any relief during those peak heat afternoon hours. Looking at our heat risk today, majority under that moderate risk across the area, but with that influx of moisture returning back to the coastal bend tomorrow and extending towards our Friday, we'll see more of that increase of major heat danger coming into the picture and just expounding and expanding ahead for us on your Thursday and lingering ahead for your Friday, most likely for your upcoming weekend as well. But with that influx of moisture coming back to the picture, we'll see a bigger crank up for our feel like temperatures reaching towards nearby 110 degrees, while on the opposite side for our air temperatures, those will be dropping down, regulating just a tiny bit, reaching only towards those upper 90s.
From Chris 6, this is 20 minutes of non-stop news.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our 20 minutes of non-stop news with the Hoffmans. I'm Brian Hoffman.
And I'm Michelle Hoffman. And we'll check in with meteorologist Julia Quady in just a bit. But first, here's your neighborhood check-in.
I'm Tony Jaramillo, your neighborhood news reporter in Flower Bluff. The Janet F. Hart Library will soon operate on a reduced schedule beginning on August 11th. Why? Flower Bluff ISD confirms it's due to safety for its students. The Hart Library will cut its hours from 44 a week to 24. The city cites this Texas Education Code 61. It was enacted in the wake of the Uvalde school massacre. Education Code 61 was designed to enhance the safety and security of students and staff in Texas public schools. How does that apply to the Hart Library? It's located on Flower Bluff ISD property. The new hours will be Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. For now, it remains unclear what will happen to the employees of the Janet F. Hart Library. In Flower Bluff, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tony Jaramillo, Chris 6 News.
Alice just solved its water worries with the cool new brackish water desalination plant. It's up and running, and that's basically drought-proofing the whole city. So they broke ground on this desalination plant 2 years ago, and now it's officially operational. City manager Michael Esparza and other officials celebrated by literally raising glasses of the newly treated water. The plant is already pumping out more than 1 million gallons of clean water every day from just one of the 2 wells.
Officials tell me the water plant is also expected to bring growth to Alice, and a second well is expected to be running in just a few months. In Alice, I'm Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter, Press 6 News.
I'm your Taft neighborhood news reporter, Adam Beam. The gym that once stood here is on its way out, making way for new facilities and a fresh start for its students.
Last May, Taft residents voted to give district facilities a massive overhaul, from district-wide initiatives such as new security cameras, updated fields for athletes, and more. Center around a brand new high school. The previous building left abandoned and heavily damaged in the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey.
There's a lot of history in these buildings and a lot of emotion that comes with seeing the buildings come down. You know, when the new high school gets constructed, it's going to be a state-of-the-art facility.
All right, now taking it outside, looking at our view from SPID. You can see those traffic flow conditions on SPID are starting to get a little bit more busy, but not heavy to the point where you're dealing with any congestion or slowdowns at the moment, thankfully. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the traffic flow map, see what you can expect on other roadways throughout the area. Right now, taking a look at our JFK Causeway, heading to and from the island. Again, all those shades of green indicating that you got nice and easy traffic flow happening on the JFK Causeway. Same thing on Flower Bluff, heading on Waldron Road and on Flower Bluff Drive. Heading towards the gate, though, a little bit of a median speed, but again, still some improvement since the past half hour where things were moving a little bit slower, getting closer towards the gate there. Heading towards now downtown, Ocean Drive down to SPID and on Saratoga. All three of those roadways moving clear with those shades of green, letting you know that you have no traffic issues on those three roadways right now at this moment. That's it for your traffic report. I'll have more details in your forecast coming up in the next few minutes.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
All right, folks, here's the list we've compiled for you of the 6 things you need to know before you head out the door.
Corpus Christi City Council voted to delay a critical vote when it comes to the Inner Harbor desal plant. The decision followed a lengthy debate over the project's price tag, existing debt, and calls to explore alternative water supply options. The proposed funding would advance the project to 60% design completion. Several council members said they would like to access the project's true long-term costs and consider other options that might better serve the city's needs.
And city leaders were supposed to discuss proposed consequences to violations of rules of decorum during city council meetings, but it got tabled. According to Tuesday's printed city council agenda, city leaders plan to outline how they will address potential violators. According to the city, vulgar language, outbursts, and disrespect has seemingly increased. Consequences could include being cut off mid-comment, banned from commenting, or being removed from the meeting. It's unclear when city leaders plan to discuss this issue again.
Corpus Christi Fire Department, along with CCPD, are investigating a fire that broke out at a gas station on the south side. It happened just after 5:30 Tuesday evening at the Stripes on the corner of SPID and Airline. When crews arrived, they found a man on fire, standing in between the pump and SUV. Crews quickly put the fire out, and he's now at a hospital in San Antonio with serious injuries. Police say the man's wife and kids were inside the vehicle, but got out and are okay. No one else was hurt.
One of the last Navy TH-57C Sea Ranger training helicopters will make its final landing on the flight deck of the USS Lex. From there, it will be transferred from Naval Services to the Historic Museum. If you want to join, this ceremony will take place today at 1 p.m. It's open to the public with paid general admission to the museum. The retirement is part of the Navy's transition to the new TH-73A Thrasher training helicopter.
The Justice Department wants more information on the Jeffrey Epstein case unsealed. Attorney General Pam Bondi and other top officials filed a memo to the Southern District of New York District Court Tuesday night. It cites intense public interest and justification for the judge to consider releasing additional records. The memo also points out Epstein has no personal interest in the case since he's not alive.
Well, singer Ozzy Osbourne will be laid to rest in the UK today. Osbourne died on July 22nd at the age of 76. His death was just a week after his Back to the Beginning concert, where he performed one final time with members of Black Sabbath. Osbourne's procession will march through his hometown of Brigham and will end at the Black Sabbath Bridge. Afterwards, the family will hold a private funeral.
Alrighty, good morning. Now I'm taking a live look outside now of our sky cam over top SPID. You can see those traffic flows moving pretty well under those mixture of some passing clouds right now in our skies. Now I'll let you know though, things are feeling very cool right now, starting us out this morning, still having drier air and lower humidity currently at place. So it's allowing for our temperatures to feel pretty comfortable across the area at this moment. But by the time we reach towards this afternoon, it's going to be pretty much a very different story, very similar to yesterday. So those temperatures really begin to skyrocket towards those upper 90s and lower 100s today. Right now, though, again, feeling fairly comfortable across the area. Temperatures in those upper 60s, lower 70s, at best maybe towards those mid to upper 70s across our coastal neighborhoods. So again, not really going to need much of that air conditioning right now starting us off this morning, but by the time we reach towards this afternoon, you're going to crank out that air conditioning by a few notches for sure. But along with our forecast being similar as yesterday, still having to deal with that dense patchy fog for inland portions of the coastal bend, so nearby Beeville, Orange Grove, as well as Alice, Kingsville, Martinsville and Falfoudias, all you guys dealing with around of less than a mile of visibility right now, starting us off on this Wednesday morning. So just make sure you're practicing extra caution, getting your morning started, heading out for that morning commute. Taking a look at our planner for today, going to see a mixture of some passing clouds along with that sunshine still in our forecast by this afternoon. A little bit more extra cloud cover beginning to build because of that extra dose of moisture that's going to begin to build in our area today, but really start to take its effect ahead for us tomorrow. So still be looking at our temperatures reaching though towards those mid to upper 90s over the course of our afternoon, eventually reaching our afternoon high temperature of 100 degrees here in Corpus Christi. Another day of nearby records potentially for us in the forecast. Our record that was set for us today was going to be 101 degrees that was set back in 1960. More near record high temperatures expected tomorrow on our Thursday and on Friday of 98 and 97 degrees there respectively. Both those days still looking at a record high temperature of 101 degrees though. Now we'll see our temperatures kind of somewhat regulate ahead for us beginning tomorrow and on our Friday with this influx of moisture coming back to the coastal bend. Now that will help us out with our air temperatures kind of going down by a few degrees, but our feel like temperatures, those will be set to increase to more dangerous levels. So for that reason, we'll see our heat risk start to expand towards that major zone ahead for us tomorrow and really start to expand into more neighborhoods ahead for us on our Friday. And that's expected to continue for this upcoming weekend on our Saturday and Sunday as well. So right now, still oppressive heat set in the forecast. Air temperatures reaching towards those triple digits. Feel like temperatures now reaching towards those higher triple digits beginning tomorrow and throughout the upcoming weekend with that increase in moisture and humidity coming back to the area.
You might not believe it, but the summer is winding down and the school year is inching closer. If your student's sleep schedule is a bit off, though, it's time to get back in line, right? In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains how to get back into a school sleep routine.
In the classroom, the recipe for success starts before your student even gets to school. One of the main ingredients is sleep.
It's just as important as exercise and nutrition when it comes to children's ability to learn and grow and thrive.
Dr. Caroline Weingart with Nationwide Children's Hospital says if your child's sleep routine was derailed during summer, you're not alone. But you can start to reset that routine before school starts. Walk back their bedtime, but do it gradually.
Moving the bedtime up 15 minutes every night for 1 to 2 weeks until they're going to bed at the time that they'll be going to bed during the school year is one way to get them back on a normal sleep schedule.
Weingart says to make sure all phones and other devices are put away, ideally at least 1 hour before bed in order to get their brain into sleep mode. She says to also focus on what time they wake up, have them start getting out of bed at the time they'll need to for school. While she says it's okay to sleep in a little on the weekends, keep their wake up time within an hour of when they get out of bed during the week.
So if they normally get up at 6:30 during the school week, get them up by about 7:30 on the weekend if possible, just to make it a little bit easier come Sunday night when it's time for them to go to bed.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. For 13-year-old Luke, that saying couldn't be more true. I'm Michaela Chavez, your neighborhood news reporter at Driscoll Children's Hospital. For Luke, his story started here almost 2 months ago, and now he's back. Not as a patient, but as the one giving back. 13-year-old Luke likes typical teen things.
I play some sports. I'll do track. Sometimes I'll play golf.
But early in the summer, Luke's routine took a quick turn. A case of the flu, which turned into pneumonia, landed him here.
It's hard to see your child slow down and really dealing with a difficult health situation.
He stayed the first week of June.
4 days doesn't sound like a long time, but it feels like an eternity as a parent, seeing your child helpless.
It was at the emergency room before being admitted when Luke decided he needed to include the hospital in a program near and dear to him.
I did it when I was 6 once, and then last year I did one.
That program? Lemonade Day.
He said, I hope I don't miss Lemonade Day, and said already that he wanted to make his donation to Driscoll.
Luke raised $500, all which went to Driscoll Children's Hospital. He presented the check Tuesday afternoon, and while Luke says the stay itself wasn't easy, the people made it better.
They treated me like really good.
Which is why his donation didn't stop after the check. Luke and his dad made and gave out free lemonade to Driscoll staff. He even made about $85 in tips and donated that too.
I brought 30 lemons, I think, and yeah, I wasn't expecting to sell out that fast.
He also made sure that 2 very special caretakers were invited to see him up and healthy again.
That's what it means to be a nurse, is being able to help these kids get better and go back into the community and give back. And it makes me emotional thinking of that. That's the kind of impact that I've made on my patients.
I think it's really impressive, the fact that he raised $500. That's a significant contribution, and his lemonade's really good, so keep it up, Luke. Great job.
If your child has a passion for giving back, just reach out to Lemonade Day Coastal Bend on Facebook. They'll help your child make a difference. In the Bay Area, I'm your Sunrise Neighborhood News reporter, Michaela Chavez, KRIS Sunrise.
The start of a new school year brings lots of changes. I'm Erin Holly, your Port Aransas Neighborhood News reporter. Port Aransas Independent School District staff is getting more bonuses this year, all thanks to the Marlin Legacy Foundation. That community is Port Aransas Independent School District, where Trevor Green has taught middle school English for 8 years. Mr. Green is talking about the $100,000 check donated to PAISD by the Marlin Legacy Foundation last week. The Marlin Legacy Foundation nonprofit works with local short-term rental companies to collect $5 donations from renters, which all goes right to the school district. And that money is helping teachers like Mr. Green expand their lesson plans. Green says he wouldn't be able to do it without the support of his fellow Fightin' Marlins.
You might feel guilty after this one. How much time do you spend online each day?
Uh-oh.
If you're like most Americans, it comes to more than 10 hours a day. That's according to a new survey by Optimum. And that time includes a combo of a little more than 5 hours of web activities like gaming, browsing the web, and paying bills. And then another 5 hours streaming shows or movies. 55% say that the television is still their preferred device when it comes to streaming, though. Oof. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate, especially in our professions as well. We're constantly online looking stuff up, verifying facts, and it's scary to think about 10 hours a day.
I know it's not good for your eyes. It can't be.
No.
You really can't be looking at a screen that long. But like that was a good point. That makes me feel better about it because I know the nature of our jobs. We're on screens a lot. But I even know if I'm honest with myself, even on my off time, I'm looking at a screen a lot. I know.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, without a doubt. I love my streaming.
I feel like this type of weather too kind of encourages you, especially if you're trying to stay indoors.
Indoor weather.
Cool.
Yeah.
They encourage you to be on that screen even more.
Hey.
But if you do plan on heading outdoors, I know for some folks this is beach weather or pool weather, certainly for this upcoming weekend. Just make sure you're wearing that SPF and drinking plenty of water to combat that very dangerous heat that we're going to have in place here in the coastal bend. But let's go ahead and get into what else you can expect your forecast today at a glance. We're still dealing with that bit of a dense and patchy fog impacting some of our neighborhoods, mostly inland and northern portions of coastal bend now dealing with that. I'll show you a bit of a closer look on that in just a few more moments. Also, we're expecting a bit of those near to high record temperatures expecting the forecast today, reaching into upper to lower 100s here in Corpus Christi alone. And again, we won't have those winds to really help us out with our conditions today. Yet again, still coming in a bit of a light and variable pace from the southeast, so that can't even offer us any slight bit of relief in terms of that intense, dangerous heat in the forecast today. Looking at our visibility, like I noted, things are going to be a bit tough for some of our inland and northern neighborhoods right now. So this includes Beeville, Orange Grove, over in Alice, Robstown, Kingsville, and over in Falfurrias. All you guys looking at around 3 miles or less for your visibility heading outside the door. So just make sure you're taking your time on those roadways, driving safely, getting your morning started. Heading now towards our temperatures, and feel like temperatures across the area reaching again in more of a drier, low humidity fashion. So things are feeling fairly comfortable across the area, reaching into the upper 60s, low 70s, maybe at the most, upper 70s for areas that are a little bit more closer towards the coastline for us this morning. So let's go ahead and get into what that means for your dog walking forecast. First, introducing our star for today, we got Appy, expecting hopefully nice conditions for that dog walk, but Appy just has to be really selective when they take their dog walk today, preferably during the early morning hours or late this evening, because of course that really dangerous heat that we're in store for today will make for some dangerous conditions, not only for you, but for your furry friend as well. So looking at our conditions this morning, temperatures will slowly increase towards those upper 70s upper 70s rather by the time we reach towards 9 o'clock this morning, eventually heading towards those upper 80s by 11 and already in those low 90s by lunchtime. So very quickly we'll see those temperatures really start to ramp up, making things feel very oppressive for us outdoors this afternoon. Looking at a forecast high temperature of 100 degrees here in Corpus Christi, again under mostly sunny skies, and again still hot and dry conditions here in the area. That's only going to lead towards why we'll see our temperatures truly skyrocket over the course towards our afternoon. Heat risk is still going to be part of the conversation. Humidity is still somewhat active, even though it's on the lower scale for us today. Head for us tomorrow, moisture will begin to increase. So we'll start to see more of a mixture of that major risk of heat danger coming in for inland portions of the coastal bend, and then more splotches at orange to red. So of course, moderate to major heat danger and heat risk ahead for us on your Friday and leading towards this upcoming weekend. So with that influx of moisture and humidity, it means that our air temperatures are going to drop by a few degrees, going back down towards those upper 90s, while I feel like temperatures, those are going to really begin to skyrocket and reaching towards nearby 110 degrees over the course of our weekend. So we're in for either dry heat now and then humidity later.
Yikes, that 100-degree temperature. So 101 is the record. I kind of just want to beat the record, even though it's a lot.
One or two.
Thank you so much, Julia. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you soon, folks. Have a great day.
Bye.